welcome to Where I Let's Knit podcast, number 13 I think. Bit out of my comfort zone this morning. I'm doing it in my back garden. My neighbour's got a patio door open, even though, we're really private. The two of us, still a bit like self-conscious. Anyway, today is Thursday the 7th of June. I'm Julie. I'm coming to you from my home in Suffolk, where I live with my husband and my cat. I don't know where my cat is at the minute. He's looking a bit mingy. He's had a skin allergy. Oh yeah, he's here. So he's had cortisone injections and everything, cost me an arm and a leg, but never mind. So I'm coming to you from my home in Suffolk. See, first waffle of the podcast. And this is a podcast all about my knitting and crafty life, predominantly knitting, I have to say. And at the end, I have got a shop update, which I'm even more uncomfortable with, but I'm sure once I've done it a few times, I might get used to it. Anyway, how are all you lot? I hope you're all keeping well. It's lovely. The weather in Suffolk is lovely at the minute. I'll just give you a panoramic view of my garden. Excuse my washing line though. Lovely. I love my garden. Well, I love my garden. I'm not a natural gardener. So if it grows, it grows. It takes its chance with me. And on the other side of that, those huge conifers is our local park, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We're very lucky to have that in the middle of town. So let's get started. I'm going to start with finished objects. Fours. I'm at a weird angle, so I'm not automatically looking across there. Finished objects. And I've got a 4 even. I couldn't remember what I'd showed you, so I've just brought them all down. So we'll do these quick. Right. My first finished object, I'm not going in them in order, is my 2-coloured socks. And these are a design by Howie Locatelli. I'm using Mondum 4-ply, which is a Portuguese non-superwash yarn that I stock here at Suffolk Socks, which is a small online yarn shop. Selling 4-ply wool. I've got a little bit of DK, but it's predominantly 4-ply for sock knitting. These were just a delight to knit. I decided to do them completely different and use up equal quantities of the wool so that I've got enough left for another pair. And they come in 100-gram balls. But this non-superwash wool is just beautiful. Mind you, I say that about every wool. But I do like this. This was lovely to knit with. And I've just cast on another pair of a new design because I'm going to use this as a feature yarn for one of our Christmas kits. But lovely. I did a cuff. I never do a cuff on my socks unless it's for a man. But I stuck to the pattern with these. Two things I did change, I should say. Not changed because I didn't like it, just changed to suit me. I didn't do a pattern on the top of the foot, which and it's rare I do. In my designs, Julie Walters socks designs, I always show the sock with a pattern on the top, but a personal preference is I don't bother. And then I've gone into the starto. I've even done the reinforced heel, which don't look too closely because I kept forgetting which one was a knit one and which one was a slip-on purlways. But there you go. I don't even know because I can't figure it out yet. So yeah, and they're lovely. Thrilled to bits with them. So they are in my sock pile, and these are actually for me. Or there might be a shop sample. I think they're probably for me. So it'll be a bit of rustling because I've got all my bits in a big Shop for Life bag. My other socks I've knit are one of my yarns, the Yarn Tart yarns, and this is my Trug with a Shrug was addressed with these ones. I was shamed into picking some up. So yeah, this has got my this is part vanilla, part Yarn Tart design. The cast on is my standard signature cast on and cuff, which is a Latvian twist. Oh, don't I look all dry and baggy around the eyes? Then the cuff, rather than do a cuff, I've just done a few rows of pattern from my Bunkhouse Bells design. Then I've gone straight into the vanilla sock with the standard heel flap with the 3-garter tab, plain foot, and into a straight star toe, which is my favourite toe. Well, actually, my favourite toe is one that just all goes together and doesn't come away when I'm wearing it. I'm not really, I should say it's my preference. So yeah, and this is in the Yarn Tart yarn. I think it's called Lady Stash. I really should write the names down, but once it's sold out, it's very rare I do a re-dyeing session on any colour other than Mama J, which is Suffolk Socks colourways. So yeah, so I really like them. So they've gone in my box of socks, and I've probably got about 9 in there now, and that's just sheer fluke that I had the first sock knit. That's that one. And this one was torturous. Torturous. I can only say it was torturous. This started off as my 2 friends, Tony and Jackie. We get together about once a month and we go to a cafe in East Bay called Oranges and Lemons, which is lovely. And we'll go and we'll have our main meal, then we'll knit for a bit, then we'll have our dessert, we'll like a cake and a coffee again. And we're there for about 2-3 hours. And then more often than not, we'll go back to Jackie's. We're more Jackie's, and we'll have another knit. So I was knitting away on these and realised I'd knit them way past where I would enter the heel flap. So I had this brainwave, shoot me down next time, that I would do the afterthought everything. Oh my God, what a nightmare. I absolutely loved, just, that was fine. And then I did a cuff at one end and a cuff at the other end. And then I got myself in a twist, so I just cut them straight in half. I know it wasn't the right way to do it, but it was the Julie way. Cut them in half, added the toes, and then stuck them on my husband's feet. I can't remember if I stuck them on his feet or if I got another pair of his socks. I think I got a pair of his socks. Anyway, and I did a true afterthought here. Now, I think I did it right. The only thing I did different was that, do you know when you pick up your stitches and then you leave a line? Well, I don't even know if it's wrong. It might be right. And then you pick up another row of your stitches and then you cut in the middle. Well, I didn't. I left 3 rows and picked up. Now, I could say that was intentional, but it wasn't, because my wool came away. I'm honest to the core, I have to say. I'm hopeless. I never lie. I'm always lying. Even little white fibs on my face gives me away. So what I did was I picked up the stitches, and then I picked up 2 stitches either side of the heel in the gap, so that replaced the rows. Well, I think it did. And then I knit 3 rounds. Then I started the toe, and I just did it where you knit 2 together, knit till last 4 stitches, knit 2 together, knit 2 till I had, I think it was till I had like 16 stitches left, so 8 on either needle, and then I kitchen head the toe, the heel join. Do you know, I'm quite chuffed with them. This did me a favour, a great favour, because I've been saving up for a sock machine, thinking, oh, I'd love one of them, absolutely love one. Well, no, I'm not ever getting one, because I don't like adding heels and toes to the socks, so I would just end up with hundreds of tubes. Well, not 100, but multiple quantities of tubes with no toes. I'd have toeless socks. And I just thought I would never do them. So I thought to myself, well, that saved me some money, didn't it? I think if I was on holiday, I would probably just knit the tubes again, and then, you know, just, you know, man up and add the heels and toes at some point, but it wouldn't be my first choice. It wouldn't be my second or third choice either. That wouldn't be my fourth to my 10th choice. But my husband likes them. This is a Suffolk Socks colourway, and it was the last colourway in my second Yarn Talk Club, and it's called What the Elf, which was, I think it was the December this came out. It wasn't a Christmas kit, but and I didn't intentionally do a Christmas colour because it's not Christmas colour, but I thought What the Elf was a nice, fun name. I loved it. Loved it. My husband likes them. So that's all that matters, isn't it? The other thing I've got is, and I have showed you these before, but I just, you know, blow my trumpet a bit, a little bit of self-promotion, are my new sock design called Let's Go Fly a Kite. These are lovely to do. I've got, they are a 10 stitch, 12 row repeat, and 5 of the rows are just knit. So yeah, they're a 60 stitch cast on, and they're a 60 stitch cast on with a 2.5 needle, and the pattern way is representational of flying a kite, the string on the kite. So yeah, these are lovely. I love doing these. I've got the Latvian twist cast on, and straight into my standard heel flap with 3 stitch garter tab, and into my straight start toe. So yeah, I love these. So these are available on Ravelry. Yeah, I think it's $3.50 for the pattern. It takes me so long to try and figure out how to download a pattern on Ravelry that and then you put what you want to sell it at, and then a bit comes on for the VAT. Oh, it has me stumped, honestly. Technology is not my forte. So they are all my finished objects. So I thought we'd get into my whips. And there are a few. Well, I'm saying I have got a few. I'm slowly whittling down my trug with a shrug, and I've decided that the ones that have been in there longer than 7 months, sure a few, I'm just going to pull out, and I put them in a tub. And I was really thrilled the other day. I'm going to diverse in a bit. I've got a cupboard in my husband's office that has got all my out of sight, out of mind projects in, really, and wools, and you know, that the leftovers of me stuff and what have you, because I haven't got a massive stash. And in it, I found a blanket I was crocheting using all my leftovers, and it's an Attic 24 blanket, and I want to say the hydrangea pattern. Anyway, it's a lovely shell shape where you do trebles and doubles crochets, and I'd started that, and I'd done about this much, and I'd forgot I'd started it ages ago, because there's just so many blankets you can have, isn't there? So I brought that back out, and I thought, well, that'll go in there with the wool that I'm pulling out. Right, whips that I'm working on. Right, you've all seen this, but I'll give you a bit of a progress update because I'm into my second ball. Actually, this is going so well, this jumper. This is a piece of silver. Now, I want to say it's a Vera Valimaki design, but don't quote me on that because I could be wrong. But I do like Vera Valimaki. And it's a piece of silver, and it's out the First Lane magazine. And I'm using a Hot Socks tweed 4-ply yarn. I should have put some blusher on, shouldn't I? I've got no, well, I don't wear makeup. Yeah, and that's it. It comes in 100 gram balls. It's £8. I don't even know if I've got the ball band. Oh, I might even have the plan. That's the only downside of the Lane magazine, isn't it? No, that's not the plan. That they don't have download codes. That's it. It is the Hot Socks Tweed 4-ply. Colour number 3. and I'm knitting them on my Knit Pros. Bit catchy, but they're the only 3.75s I've got, so will do. And they're in my bag that Lydia, I don't know, made me for Christmas. So that's my first whip. My second whip is, I'm having to bend down so I'm all on the floor here, is my a mystery knit along that I've got behind on. It's the Mother's Gift knit along with Amy Meeks and Debbie Reese, the Periscope sisters. I'm knitting this using Seren yarns, and it's a 4-ply 75/25 nylon mix, and this is it. I'm loving this. Absolutely lovely in it. Now, I have been a bit flummoxed with some of the I did get flummoxed with one of the sections, but I waited till somebody posted about it on Ravelry, and actually when she explained it the way she explained it, it just made perfect sense. And I have done a little bit of, I've got a bit of a mix up with my colours, but that doesn't matter. So this is called A Mother's Gift, and it's called that because they started designing it when they came up to Cumbria. Their mum had gifted them this trip to Europe, and not Europe, well, yeah, to England, to go travel around England, and then to go to the Cumbria retreat, then on to Edinburgh and what have you. So they called it Mother's Gift. So I am knitting this. This is really corny, actually. I'm knitting this. I've got loads of shorts. I think I said in the last one that Nancy, Amy's mum, gifted me a shawl that had such a story to it. Actually, I couldn't have right flummox with the sock blank, what have you. Anyway, I got the shawl, it was beautiful. But she did mention in the letter that I got that if I had loads of shawls and what have you, I could pay it forward. But I loved that shawl and I want to keep that one. But I did decide to pay it forward, as in the act of giving. So what I've done is I've knit this for my son's future mother-in-law, Nikki, who is lovely. She's going to be my son's second mum. So I'll allow that because she's lovely. But I thought just A Mother's Gift was a lovely name for a gift to give to my son's new mother-in-law. She's not officially his mother-in-law for another 6 weeks, but she is his mother-in-law now. And she's lovely, lovely. So I think she'll like that because I think it's her colours, because for all it looks rust, it's got a bit of pink in it and stuff. And I just think it'd be nice to give to her just before the wedding. Not for her to wear or anything, just for a gift. I love knitting things for people. I love giving people things. So yeah, and that's in there. So I'm on to the last two sections. I got a bit behind on it really because I just got, doing one thing and another thing, casting on. This is in my bag. Emma made, who is the dyer behind Seren Yarns, and she's got an Etsy shop. So she made 2 of these, one for Tony and one for myself. And I did a little stitch marker, which I can't bring myself to take off. I'll just leave it on there. And yeah, lovely, love it. Right, my main thing I've been working on at the minute, although actually it's taking a bit of a backseat because I've got a new design coming out, is, this bag feels really heavy at the minute, I don't know why, is my Birkin sweater. Oh, it smells lovely. I always keep a soap in my bag. This one's got a Lush body bath bomb in it. And this is it. It's a bit bright, isn't it? Well, it's not bright, but it's lovely. I'm using Fino yarn PT2. That's it. I got the main colour when I was in Edinburgh, and I think I might have said, so I apologise, but I'm still going to tell you if I'm repeating myself. I got the main grey colour when I was in Edinburgh, and I bought the cardigan design that Isolde Teague had done for this, in this, and I loved it. But when I came back, I've put it somewhere and I can't find it, and I hadn't even downloaded the code, which is really annoying, but I refused to buy another one, so it'll come up soon. My husband, I'll find it when I move in my shop. My husband has been temporarily working from home till his office has become available. And so I went into a smaller room and really just all my books and patterns were piled into my bookcase. But I'm moving back into my original room. So I'll probably find it when I'm doing that. But anyway, I decided to knit this instead. I'm on to the last repeat of the leaves. Excuse me, this is a jumper originally, it is a jumper design, but I added 7 stick stitches, and I'm going to make it into a cardigan because I've just knit a jumper in this, the Winterfell by Skein-Dea, Ellie of Skein-Dea. It was originally formerly known as the Bluefell, I think, but she changed it to Winterfell. And she discusses that on her podcast. It's a lovely podcast. If you, yeah, but I'm really pleased with it. Now, when I started doing the colour work, I decided to give a bash using 2 finger colour work, which I never do. I always just twist my fingers. Hand signals. So where I was practicing the two-handed colourway, it's a bit puckered, so I think it'll pull out. But then I decided to go back to the way I've always done it, and I'm very happy with that colourway. It did, with that work, it did, in some areas of it, you're carrying 3 strands of wool across, which I wasn't quite sure whether I was doing that right. And there are some areas where I've stranded 5 stitches. But I think, well, it's not going to come away, and it's not loose, and it looks all right. I'm quite pleased with it. So that's that. And that's from the Lane magazine. I think it's the 2nd edition. Let me have a look again. Yeah, number 2, Spring Summer. It's lovely. And again, this is kept in a bag that Emma made for me. Oh God, it's like homage to Emma, isn't it, today? She made me this for Christmas. But it's lovely, because I can hang it off my chain, doesn't it? So that's that. So once I finish that green bit, I'll rattle through the stitch. Right, this one is a new sock design I'm doing, and I'm using Mondum sock yarn. Let's see if I can get this right. Yeah, and I'm knitting them. It is I will show you, so please don't copy, even though I know there's much better designers out there who wouldn't dream of lower themselves to copy me. I'll not show you all the text, yeah. But I've gone out my comfort zone. Now, when I've put it on, it is a bit snug. But I think if I added any stitches or changed my needle size, it would be a bit sloppy. Because it's a non-superwash wool, I didn't want it to be slouchy or anything. And I know from my experience with my other sock that it softened right up. So yeah, I love knitting with this. Absolutely love knitting with this. This colourway is the 202. I've got another big order in for this. And that is in my fringe bag. With all my badges. Well, just some of my badges. My Fat Squirrel badge. My Blue Big Studio badge. The Yarn Tart badge. Do I have, Suffolk Socks badge. So yeah, I've got quite a few. One from Australia when Tony was there, and this one was from Jackie for Christmas. And this one, I've already said, it's a Pinches from my son's car. So they're all my whips. I do have acquisitions. don't usually have acquisitions, but I do have acquisitions. Well, I suppose 3, because the colour, the wool I chose for the colourwork, that was a new acquisition I bought from Zelda Teague shop. Great service, really good service. But my other acquisition was my Plystra bag. Oh, I've been toying with getting one of these for ages. When I was at Edinburgh, there was a raspberry pink one. And I ummed and ahed all day about that, thinking, oh, I wish I'd got that one. And when I went back, the raspberry pink one, they were sold out. So really, I was thinking, well, if it's sold, it's sold. I'm not going to bother. It was one of those things that when you get in the train, you think, oh, I wish I bought that. Just a little bit, because if I bought that, I wouldn't have got my blink jumper. And Bank Holiday Monday, we went to visit our youngest daughter, who happens to live on the same street, isn't it, with Attitude. And it was open. So I went in and bought one. I love it. Still got the price tag on and everything. I thought it would be ideal for to take to Shetland. The zip is a bit stiff, and one of my friends has bought one. Her zip isn't this stiff. I think they've sewn the zip a bit near to the canvas, to be honest. So I'm going to have to get in touch with that, because it's really bugging us that. So I'll give them a ring later on at some point today to see if they can just put me one by, and I'll post this one back, because it needs to be tugged along. Which is probably quite good, actually, because it means nobody's going to nick out of it, is it? But there you go. I loved the yellow one. There was a lovely yellow one, but I just thought, if I put it on the floor, it's going to get grubby really quickly, isn't it? So that was my purchase, and I bought the Lane magazine, which I haven't brought down. So that's all my things I've got to show you. I've just been really, really busy these last few weeks. I've had Matilda extra days because our other granny I was on holiday, and it's lovely. Hard work though. Oh my God, I was worn out. So that's probably why Lucy's jumper, the piece of silver, got so much in it and done it, because on an animal I could just in it. So one thing I hardly ever do when I have my podcast is show you some of my yarns that I've dyed for the shop. I'm a bit uncomfortable with it, a bit out of my comfort zone, so I'll probably be talking really, really fast to get it over and done with, but I thought I'd just show you some of them. So if you don't want to watch, thank you for watching up to now, and I'll see you next time. I really do appreciate you watching and spending a little bit of your time with us. And I usually watch my podcasts when I'm doing my ironing, because I think, right, I'll watch this one, and when it's finished, I'll iron while it's on, then when it's finished, I'll have a cup of coffee, then I'll put another one on. I think, right, I'll do the shirts now. So anyway, so I thought, so enjoy your ironing if you're ironing while you're watching this. And if you do want to watch, I'll make it as painless as possible. So this is the Mama J colourway. This is a 75%, 25% nylon. And I've got these in the shop with a bag as a kit. It was our birthday bash celebrating Yarn Tart. And this kit comes with the skein of wool, the bag, and some stitch markers in the Mama J colourway. I haven't got many left. I think I've got about 4 left, and I think it's £35. But I love this bag. It's just a simple drawstring with a plain lining and a sparkly drawstring. So I don't know if you pick up the sparkle, a little bit of sparkle. So yeah, my tag on the inside. I've just done a plain, simple drawstring bag. It's not even got any interface on or anything, because I like squishy bags for shoving in my handbag and what have you. So yeah, so that's the first one. The second one is, I think this one's called, can't remember what it's called. can't remember what it's called, but it is in the shop. Rose knits, that's shocking, isn't it? Anyway, this is it. But it's ever so pretty. And again, this is in 75% wool, 25% nylon. My other two colourways are 75% superwash Blueface Leicester and 25% nylon, and this is called Catchy Kissy. Now this is lovely. I knit a jumper up for my granddaughter in this, and it's just got little pops of lilac in and lime greens and pastel greens. And this is a 4-ply, 400 grams. And the other one in this range of 75% superwash Blueface Leicester and nylon is Catchy Kissy. And this isn't really showing up very well. There's too much going on around picking up. It's lovely lemons and yellows and with splashes of browns and like raspberry pinks and stuff. I'm trying to think. I did knit this up. I've knit it. I think I used it as a heel in one of my socks. But I have got one caked up, all ready to go. The other, right, a new base to me, I'll show you, is 50% Corriedale and 50% mohair blend. Now this is beautiful. It's like quite luxurious. And there's this one that is Mrs. Yarn Tart to You. It's great, so I'll just pull out the skein. So it comes up as little micro stripes when it's knit, and the cream has got little splashes of faded. Yeah, it's not the best skein, but there. And it also is available in It Started With a Kiss, which is soft, gentle pinks with pale greys and naturals. This is lovely, and it socks in this. And the mohair acts as a natural nylon, not as hard wearing as the nylon that you would get in a nylon mix, but beautiful. Right. These three, oh no, was it two? No, these three, sorry, are my 100% Corriedale yarn. Oh, looks a bit, oh, that's quite nice. So this one is Morning Crocus. No, it's not. Northern Nights. Different shades of turquoise, blue, pinks, greys, lilacs. This one is Sand Dunes. Now, some of these are more richer in colour, some of the skeins in the shop. So if you are knitting more than one skein project, you would need to, alternate the skeins. And the last colour in this is Morning Crocus, which is just delightful. So yes, that's 100% all Corriedale. And my final two colours are African Violet, and this is a Blueface Leicester nylon blend. And that's better. It's a richer lavender, tonal lavender. And this one, which is called Scattered Petals. Now, you'll probably not pick up, let's see if I can get closer. There, just the most delicate splashes of shades. So I've just put these in the shop, but they all blend lovely. So that's that one and that one. Yeah, they are different wool bases, but it doesn't really matter if you're doing it. I thought the Timely cardigan, there was that one, and then I loved that one with it. No, I didn't. I loved that one with it. Can't really see how lime it is. It really is a rich, well, it looks washed out on there, but it is a really lovely rich green. But then it looks lovely with that one. just to complement it. If you were doing a 2 colourway shawl, or I've actually bagged 5 of these for me. But yeah, so that's all in my update in the shop this week. So yes, so if you subscribe to my newsletter, there is a newsletter going out next week, and that will have a good discount code on for something in the shop. I usually do a discount code for newsletter subscribers. I was going to publish my Christmas kit, but I've decided I'm going to leave that till September. I'm not doing an advent. Oh, I've been bitten. Oh, they love my tasty blood. So yes, so that's that. So yes, that's all that's been going on here at Suffolk Stocks headquarters. I've got a date with Morphy Richards to do my ironing. Oh God, I've got so much ironing. So much ironing. I just need to get it done. It's just built up. I'm now into my second ironing basket and a washing up bowl. I've got loads. I'm sure most of it won't have to be ironed, but I better have a look, because my husband, bless him, is searching through the back of his wardrobe now for shirts and what have you. So that's happening. I'm having a knit day here at my house on Saturday. It's nothing formal, it's just a group of my friends come around. We're all going to have a cup of coffee and some knitting and what have you, and probably sit in the back garden if the sun keeps shining, and we all have overload on cakes and coffee and stuff like that, so that'd be lovely. And then my husband's going away for 3 weeks on Tuesday. He's off touring Norway and Denmark and Germany and Holland on his motorbike. There's 4 of them going. So I'm going to stay here, and it's good because I can decorate my kitchen. We've prepped it all, but it means I can paint it in a colour he doesn't like. And then once it's done, I'm a right one for having white paint, but since I painted my hallway green, I've taken a liking a bit more colour in the house. So I might have it really girly. I don't know yet. I'll probably just paint it white, and then I won't have to cut in on the ceiling. Isn't that lazy? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go because I've got to write a blog, and I've got to parcel up some pack up some parcels to get sent out this morning. And really, I need to clean my kitchen floor because it should have a health warning. But so yes, it's going to be one of these days, I think. So anyway, stay safe, happy knitting, and hopefully when I look back at this podcast, I'll think, yes, that's all right to go live or whatever it is you do. So bye. Oh, can't find the button. Oh, there it is. Bye.